Hello everybody, today I am going to be showing how to make emotes for a Discord channel. It is actually a lot simpler than I thought because I was kind of a little intimidated when I first, thought about making emotes, but it's actually like a lot easier than you would think it would be. And I'm going to show you me drawing some and uploading them onto a server. So my persona is a little purple gremlin, so I am going to draw some little emotes based on my persona with some different emotions going on. And here we are at the tutorial part on how you upload it into the server. First you go to the side and right click it, and then you click emoji and then upload file, and it shows the sizing of it, of the file you need to do. And here are some ones I've uploaded. See, that's not so hard, is it? Something that helped me too was to go on and like create my canvas inside as being the specified size that the emojis need to be for Discord, and then I kind of just size it to that and save it before I upload it. So that's an easy way to know that if you're doing it the right size, not just type in the numbers when you're creating a canvas and then just reshape it into that. Yep, let's talk a little bit more about these emojis. My server is a Christian based one, so I have a couple little Christian ones too, because I was, my aim of that server is to be like a little Christian arts and creatives community. And I have a link in the description if you'd be interested in joining. It's open to everybody, but you want to have a friendly atmosphere there. And I want to talk a little bit too about building your own community. That's something that also can be, kind of intimidating if you're first, kind of thinking about doing it. I feel like the biggest thing about creating an online community is that you have to remember that you are the curator of your online experience for the most part. I mean, because you choose what pages you want to go on, who you want to follow, who you want to interact with. Even though a lot of things are kind of mechanized these days, I think it's important to be mindful about who you interact with and, what pages you're visiting. Because it really does shape your online experience, because if you follow negative pages that post really unhappy things, then it might kind of cause you to be a little sad or discouraged. But if you follow people who have encouraging content, then you might feel more encouraged. And also it also depends on being mindful about how you spend that time online. Because if you spend all of your time online, then you're also kind of start to feel a little sad, because I feel like it's good to have that balance of, having outside experiences too, and also taking time for yourself. Because, having a little self-care is really important, and you want to make sure that you're, kind of investing in yourself and, your own hobbies too, that are kind of off of the internet. So you want to have a good balance of, doing fun stuff online sometimes, and then doing fun stuff in real life too. Or even doing stuff for yourself online that's not necessarily interacting with other people, drawing a picture or reading a comic. But yep, and if you want to build a community though, I feel like you should figure out what kind of niche that you're trying to get into. Because say you really like drawing, I don't know, maybe little monsters. And so you kind of realize hey, I wish there was a really friendly, encouraging little monster drawing community. And so maybe you want to create that for yourself. And then I think if you go out there and you just be yourself and post the kind of content that you really like to see, then eventually you're going to start running into other people who draw the same thing as you do and who want to talk about and think about the same things that you do. Because you might kind of browse along the internet you stumble upon somebody who also draws little monsters, and then maybe they'll follow you, and after you follow them, and slowly you might build up a rapport with them. I think it's like a lot of patience too, and perseverance when it comes to, finding your own little online community, because it's not always going to be easy to find it, especially like if you do very niche things, then you're not probably going to find that the community that you're after, just very quickly. So create the community that you want if you don't see it, and be patient, and also be a friend to other people, because if you want people to interact with you and with your content community, then you got to be interested in what they're doing, even if it's stuff that you're not necessarily interested in. You kind of still go out of your way to be kind and to interact with their content and comment, because at the end of the day, it's more than just building up numbers. It's about really getting to know people and supporting each other. Because I think ideally you want to have mutuals, and for even friends who really support you and you really support them. I think that's the most important thing. And even above that, I think it's important to just be kind, because the internet can be a very negative place, but you can be a good beacon of light out there. You don't have to add to the negativity. You can make positivity and wholesomeness. You can build others up, because I think a lot of people online, they post stuff that they're very passionate about, but sometimes people get a big following, but not always. There are some people out there who really put a lot of time and effort into what they do, but they might not get very much recognition. I think it really can mean the world sometimes to somebody who's feeling like, a little discouraged and like their stuff isn't seen, for even just one person to like it and to comment something very kind. Because you don't even have to go out of the house to make a big difference in somebody's day or life. You can even just interact with people online and support them in that way. Because I do think a big part of what life is about what kind things you can do for others. I also wanted to add that, I think it's very important to be yourself, and like I said, to create the content that you really want to see, because nobody can exactly be who you are and create the things that you create. You're always, you're very unique, and there's nobody who's exactly like you in the world. But also, you might not always run into people who do understand you. Sometimes people might be very mean or even discouraging to you. I think in those times, you really have to learn how to handle those situations in a kind and tactful way. And I would even recommend, if people are being very unkind, you can curate your experience in that too by just deleting the comments or even blocking them. Because, at the end of the day, you don't really have to like just, entertain every comment or every, unkind comment that gets put on your creations. Because I think that there's a lot of kindness and positivity in the world, and it's good to foster that. And how do you like the little emojis that I made? We're kind of coming up close to the end of the video here, and all these little guys have come together pretty well, I think. I'm very happy with how they came out, and I think they look very cute on the server. I might make some more emojis in the future, because it's honestly pretty fun. I didn't realize how easy and fun it would be. Another quick tip is that you have to make sure that you make them very big and probably not especially heavy on the detail, because they're going to be very, very small when you use them on Discord. So you kind of want to create something that's big enough, detail-wise. It's, not a lot of small stuff going on. So people can kind of make out what it is when you're just clicking the little emotes. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.